this episode, we're going to focus on something that separates a mature AI security program from a fragile one, keeping policies current so they remain trustworthy and usable over time. When people are new to cybersecurity, they often assume the hard part is writing a policy, and once it exists, the job is done. In reality, an outdated policy can be worse than no policy because it creates false confidence and encourages people to follow rules that no longer match the actual risk environment. AI environments change quickly, and the change is not only technical. Because regulations evolve, business use cases expand, vendors update services, and new misuse patterns appear. The only way to keep policies relevant is to assign clear ownership and use disciplined change control so updates are intentional, consistent, and traceable. This is not about rewriting policy every week, but about creating a reliable system that keeps policies aligned to real obligations and real behavior. By the end, you should understand why ownership matters, how change control works for policy, and how a well-managed update process supports both compliance and operational clarity. Before we continue, a quick note. This audio course is a companion to our course companion books. The first book is about the exam and provides detailed information on how to pass it best. The second book is a Kindle-only ebook that contains 1,000 flashcards that can be used on your mobile device or Kindle. Check them both out at cyber.author.me in the Bare Metal Study Guide series. A strong starting point is recognizing what makes AI security policies go stale, because that helps you design a system to prevent it. Policies go stale when they are written for an older set of tools or use cases and do not account for new ways people are using AI. They go stale when regulations or contractual expectations change and the policy language no longer covers key obligations. They go stale when the organization's internal processes change, such as new governance routines or new approval structures, but the policy still references the old path. They also go stale when incidents or near misses reveal new risks, but the policy does not incorporate lessons learned. Beginners often imagine policy drift as a slow problem, but AI accelerates it because services and capabilities can change rapidly, and employees can adopt new tools in days. If a policy does not reflect reality, employees will stop trusting it and will default to guesswork and informal practices. That loss of trust is a security risk because consistency disappears. Keeping policy current is therefore a control, not just an administrative task. Ownership is the first requirement for keeping policy current, because without an owner, nobody is accountable for noticing drift and initiating updates. A policy owner is the person or role responsible for the policy's accuracy, readability, enforcement alignment, and revision cycle. Ownership includes coordinating stakeholders, maintaining version control, and ensuring the policy continues to reflect obligations and program decisions. In AI governance, ownership is especially important because policy changes often require input from multiple groups, such as security, privacy, compliance, legal, and business leadership. Beginners should understand that ownership is not merely having a name on a document. It is having authority and responsibility to drive change through an established process. A good owner also monitors signals that policy might need updates, such as new regulatory guidance, changes in vendor terms, or patterns of user confusion. Ownership creates a single point of coordination, which prevents multiple teams from creating conflicting policy interpretations. When exam questions ask how to prevent policy drift, the best answer often includes clear ownership and a defined review process. A policy owner does not operate alone, because effective policy management depends on stakeholder involvement at the right moments. This is where you distinguish between ownership and review participation. Ownership means one person is accountable for the final result and for the process, while stakeholders provide input to ensure the policy reflects real needs and real constraints. Security stakeholders ensure policy requirements align with risk and can be implemented. Privacy and compliance stakeholders ensure obligations are reflected accurately and that evidence expectations are realistic. Business stakeholders ensure the policy does not block legitimate value creation and that thresholds and approvals are workable. Technical stakeholders ensure that procedures and standards supporting the policy can actually be executed. Beginners might worry that involving many stakeholders slows everything down, But the opposite can be true when the process is structured because it prevents repeated revision cycles caused by missing input. A mature program defines who must review certain types of changes and who must approve them. Stakeholder participation also helps policy adoption because people are more likely to follow policies they help shape. Change control is the second requirement, and it is the structured method for updating policy without creating confusion and inconsistency. Change control for policy is similar in spirit to change control for systems, because both are about preventing surprise, ensuring review, and maintaining traceability. A change control process defines how policy changes are proposed, reviewed, approved, published, and communicated. It also defines how urgency is handled, because sometimes policies must be updated quickly due to a new regulatory requirement or a significant incident. Beginners should understand that change control is not bureaucracy for its own sake. It is how you prevent multiple versions of the truth from circulating at once. It also ensures that policy changes are not driven by personal preferences or momentary panic, but by evidence and structured decision-making. Change control creates a record of what changed and why, which is important when you need to explain policy history to auditors or regulators. Without change control, policy updates can undermine trust because employees do not know which version is current or why rules keep shifting. A well-designed change control process starts with a clear trigger model, meaning it defines what events should prompt a policy review. Triggers can include changes in laws, regulations, or guidance, new contract obligations for major partners, expansion into new markets or jurisdictions, adoption of new AI system types, changes in data classification schemes, significant vendor changes, and security incidents or near misses related to AI use. Triggers can also include evidence of confusion, such as frequent questions from employees or repeated policy violations that suggest the policy is unclear or unrealistic. Beginners often assume reviews should be purely scheduled, like once a year, but triggers matter because AI change can happen faster than annual cycles. A mature approach combines periodic reviews with event-based reviews, so policies are stable but responsive. This prevents the program from being caught off guard. It also reduces overreaction because the process defines what counts as meaningful change. A trigger model helps the owner decide when to act and when to watch. Version control is another critical part of policy change control because you must be able to prove what the policy said at a particular time. This matters in regulated environments and in contract disputes because questions often arise about what rules applied when a decision was made. Version control includes assigning version identifiers, maintaining a history of changes, and ensuring old versions are archived but not accidentally used. Beginners sometimes think versioning is only for software, but policy is a control artifact, and control artifacts require traceability. Version control also helps internal operations because it allows teams to see what changed, which reduces confusion and resistance. A helpful practice is to record a change summary that explains the rationale for updates, such as regulatory updates, new risk discoveries, or improvements for clarity. This is not about writing lengthy explanations, but about making the reason for change transparent. Transparent change reduces employee skepticism and increases compliance. It also strengthens defensibility because you can show that the policy evolved in response to real conditions. Approval workflows are another part of change control, and they ensure the right authority signs off on changes that affect risk posture. Some policy changes are minor, like clarifying language, while others are major, like changing what data can be used in certain AI tools or changing approval thresholds for high-impact systems. A mature process defines what kinds of changes require what level of approval, so updates are not delayed unnecessarily, but major shifts receive appropriate oversight. Beginners should understand that approval is a governance control because it prevents individual teams from weakening policy protections for convenience. It also ensures alignment with business objectives because major policy changes can affect how quickly projects can move and what constraints apply. Approval workflows should be predictable because unpredictable approvals create bypass behavior. When approvals are structured, stakeholders know what to expect, and the policy remains consistent. This predictability supports a culture where policy is treated as a reliable system rather than a moving target. Testing policy changes against operational reality is a step that many organizations miss, and it is essential for keeping policies usable. Before publishing a change, you should evaluate whether the supporting standards and procedures can implement the updated requirement and whether teams can comply without excessive friction. For example, if a policy requires certain monitoring or documentation, the program must ensure that the tools and processes exist to produce that evidence. If a policy introduces a new approval checkpoint, the governance routine must be able to handle the volume without creating long delays. Beginners should see this as similar to validating controls, because a policy requirement that cannot be executed is effectively a broken control. Testing does not require labs or technical work, but it does require reviewing workflows and confirming ownership and capacity. A mature program may also pilot policy changes in a limited scope before full rollout to detect confusion and adjust language. The goal is to avoid writing aspirational policies that look good but are ignored. Policies stay current not just by reflecting new risks, but by remaining realistically enforceable. Communication and adoption are also part of keeping policy current, because a policy update is useless if people do not know it happened or do not understand what changed. A structured communication plan should accompany changes, especially changes that affect employee behavior or project workflows. Communication should highlight what changed, why it changed, and what actions employees must take, using plain language that normal people can understand. Beginners should understand that policy updates can be perceived as arbitrary unless the rationale is clear, and unclear changes lead to informal resistance. Training and awareness updates may also be needed, especially if the policy change affects acceptable use or data handling boundaries. A good program also provides a way for employees to ask questions and get answers quickly, because uncertainty encourages guessing. Communication should also reach the people who implement controls, not only leadership, because operational teams need to adjust procedures and standards. When communication is disciplined, policy updates reinforce trust rather than creating confusion. A mature approach also includes measuring whether policy remains effective, because effectiveness is the real goal, not the existence of text. Measures can include compliance rates with key procedures, rates of policy violations or exceptions, frequency of confusion-driven inquiries, and audit findings related to policy gaps. For AI governance, effectiveness can also be reflected in reduced incidents of sensitive data misuse or fewer cases of deploying systems without required assessments. Beginners should see measurement as feedback, because it tells the policy owner whether policy language and supporting procedures are working. If violations cluster around a certain rule, that may indicate the rule is unclear or unrealistic. If exceptions are frequent, that may indicate thresholds or processes need adjustment. Measurement helps the program improve without constant rewriting, because you can focus changes where they matter. It also provides evidence to leadership that policy management is not busy work, but an active risk management practice. When exam questions ask how to keep policies current, measurement and feedback loops often support the best answer. Another important idea is that policy change control must coordinate with related documents, because policies do not stand alone. When a policy changes, related standards, guidelines, and procedures may also need updates, and those updates must be synchronized so teams are not trapped between conflicting instructions. For example, if the policy tightens rules on using sensitive data in AI tools, standards must define the required safeguards, and procedures must describe how approvals and evidence are collected. If the policy expands scope to cover new AI system types, intake and inventory procedures must change to capture them. Beginners should understand that unsynchronized updates are a common cause of confusion and noncompliance, because teams follow procedures that no longer match policy. A mature change control process, therefore, includes impact analysis that identifies which supporting documents and workflows are affected by a change. It also includes coordinated publication, so all related updates go live together. This coordination is a core reason ownership matters, because a single owner can manage cross-document alignment. When documents stay aligned, policies remain followable without guessing. As we wrap up, keeping AI security policies current is a governance control that protects organizations from policy drift, false confidence, and inconsistent behavior. Clear ownership ensures someone is accountable for monitoring changes in risk, obligations, and usage patterns, and for coordinating updates with the right stakeholders. Change control provides a structured method for proposing, reviewing, approving, versioning, and communicating policy changes so updates do not create confusion. A mature approach uses both scheduled reviews and event-based triggers, maintains strong version control and traceability, and tests changes against operational reality to ensure policies remain enforceable. It also communicates changes clearly, updates training and supporting procedures as needed, and uses measurement to evaluate whether the policy is working as intended. For new learners, the key insight is that policy is a living control artifact in a fast-changing AI environment, and the only way it stays trustworthy is through disciplined ownership and change control. When you can explain that system and why it matters, you will be ready for exam questions that test policy maturity and for real-world situations where outdated rules become hidden risk.
Thanks for listening. For more audio courses, daily newsletters, and more, please visit BareMetalCyber.com.